Rob McIntosh Sr. here today with another installment in our Redhead Rehabs video tips. Today's topic, tile. Tile is one of those items that you'll find in most houses. It can be used in entryways, flooring areas, as well as typically used in bathroom applications. As you see here, we're using this as an accent strip around the fireplace, with the fireplace being in the greater area of a bathroom. What we're going to talk about today is different types of tile. There are two basic types of tile, porcelain tile and ceramic tile. Tile is very important to make sure that you pick the right type of tile for your application. Porcelain tile is probably the best tile overall for all applications. Most people assume that tile is impervious to water, that water will beat up and roll off it, and that is not the case. Porcelain tile is truly impervious to water. Water will not soak through or get through it in any fashion. It will beat up and roll off. The other type of tile is ceramic tile. Ceramic tile is not waterproof. Now, tiles obviously come in multitudes of different sizes. Your 12 by 12s, 6 by 6, and 8 by 10s are your three most common sizes. But one of the important things when you're choosing tile, look at the box that the tile comes in. In most cases, the box will say right on it whether it's a porcelain tile or a ceramic tile. Now, the main difference we talked about was the water portion, but the other difference on tile is a porcelain tile, the color goes all the way through. A ceramic tile, the surface that you see is what you actually is there, but if you were to break off or chip off the edge, you'll see that the portion underneath the surface area is not the same as the top of it. In other words, the color does not go all the way through. Ceramic tiles are perfectly fine for typically use in like an entryway or a flooring area where it may be exposed to water occasionally but will not be exposed to water on a long-term basis. Porcelain tile is perfect for a shower bath application where humidity and water are always present in most cases. Now, how do you tell the difference if you find a tile but it doesn't seem to say on the box whether it's porcelain or ceramic? Very, very simple test. You just take a little bit of water and pour it on the back of the tile. Let it sit for a few seconds. Doesn't take long. And then in essence pour the excess off. You'll notice that in this particular tile it basically beat it up and washed entirely off or fell off, so to speak. This is a porcelain tile. The water has not gone through the back of the tile and is basically just beat it up and gone off. Compared to this tile, which again from the front side looks like a beautiful ordinary tile, but if you go to the back side and we do the same test, pour a little bit of water on the tile, let it sit for a moment or so, pour the excess off, and you'll notice that there is a ring or wet area on the tile. The water is actually being absorbed into the tile. That's the difference, and an easy way to tell the difference between ceramic tile and porcelain tile. Now, when you're considering doing your tile job, it's important to think about layout and how you want to do the particular tile pattern for your shower, floor, etc. We highly recommend just grabbing some ordinary graph paper, nothing special, and basically just lay it out there so that you can see how you feel your pattern is going to work. Most cases in today's homes today, most people are going with a standard pattern on like the lower section and then an accent strip of some type and then continuing with the tile from there up. This has multiple advantages. Many times this will show you in essence what your tile is going to look like, but the most important thing is whoever is doing your tile work, your tile contractor, this eliminates any possibility of, oh, I thought you meant this, or I thought you meant that, and then once tile is installed, trying to correct it afterwards is almost impossible or very, very expensive to yank the tile that he just put up on the walls off again because, quote, your vision and his vision were not in sync with each other. So definitely graph it out and leave it for your tile man to use. In terms of accent strips that we had talked about before, these come in multitudes of different styles. This particular one is like a 2x2 square. These could be used. Also very popular today are your mosaics or glass tiles. These can be used in strip form, just a small strip horizontally, or it could be done vertically. If you go to your big box stores, there's literally just a multitude of different types of accent tiles available. Most accent tiles come in a 12 by 12 sheet, and then you can just cut them to fit a particular size for your accent strip. Another money-saving tip we have for you is most of your tiles today, when you come to the edge of where your wall is, you have to make the transition to the drywall. They sell what are called special bullnose tiles. These are tiles where the edges are actually been prefabbed from the factory and curve over to give you a finished look rather than just the raw edge of the tile. These bullnose tiles typically are very, very expensive, at well over $2 to $4 per tile. They can be very, very expensive. An extra bonus tip that we might recommend, and we do in most of our projects, is use this basically stripping. This is sold by different companies, but this one is made by Schluter Company. Comes in about 10 different colors. And in essence, this acts as your transition between your tile to your drywall. You can see how we did it here in this particular one here between the fireplace and the tile there. Very simple install, just goes up there and then your tile comes up and gets secured to the wall. This gives you a nice simple finished edge, very simple to work with. Can be cut with a pair of tin snips or a hacksaw. You can also cut a V-cut in it, and actually it is bendable so it can go up and around without having to do a miter type joint, which for the typical person makes the job a little bit easier. But these are very inexpensive, typically about $8 to $12 for an 8-foot strip, and are a huge cost savings when doing tile work. That's about it for today. Our next segment on tile, we'll be talking about securing tile to the floors and walls, the proper adhesive and proper flooring material to use so that your tile does not crack. That's it for today. And I'm with Rob McIntosh Sr. on Redhead Rehab's Video Tips. Have a great day.